So, hello everyone. This is my first video onto YouTube. My name, by the way, is Miguel, also known, I guess, as Nirupananda, as of recently. I recently graduated from a yoga teacher's training course, and that was the name given to me, or chosen by me. Being the first video I make, I've for a long time I've thought of starting to post videos on YouTube. I think it's an amazing tool, really a big step for humanity's evolution, the whole globalization and instantaneous sharing of ideas. There's a global economy and a global market and all that, but we are now more than ever truly a global community. I mean, you can really be on the other side of the planet and look at me and listen to my words immediately after I'm done, as well as Facebook and all these other networking sites. I truly believe that something amazing is happening to the human species because of the internet. We are no longer being told exclusively by one source what we should think, but now have the ability to explore infinite, ludicrous amounts of information. That's a whole other thing on its own. But so, for a long time I've thought of posting videos. I think it's important that we all begin to at least desire to share ourselves, what we've got to share with everyone that we can. And I've really, really done a bad job at getting to this. It's been a very long time since I thought about this, and many people over very long periods of time have told me to just start. And you know, this is for you guys and for them and for me. And I think it's important. So I'm you know, being my first video, this is kind of wanted to start it off meaningful and begin with a sort of theme. And I wanted that to be simply to just do it. You know, not trying to quote some sneaker company or anything, but that's the idea behind this. I almost didn't do this. I started doing some other stuff, and I've got to go to school in a little bit. Gotta finish up the semester, so it's been kind of hectic lately. But I'm doing it. And I think that's important. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm really unique, and like I've got nothing to relate with other, or I've got nothing of my own that other people can relate to. But I think that's just my own perception. I really believe that, you know, we are, as subjective as reality is for each of us, we are all experiencing something that we're sharing simply by being alive on this planet and breathing the same air. So, you know, I've always had this thing that I wouldn't call it procrastination, but I think it is procrastination. You know, and especially lately in my life, all these opportunities have been presenting themselves, and I don't jump on them as soon as I know I should. And I think that's something that should be addressed. And doing this is not only part of the process for myself, but hopefully and in the way that you think and decide to react towards the world, and within your own body, within your own self, and your own consciousness. Um, so, so yeah, I mean, don't wait. You know when something is given, something is presented. You know that when it is, it's for you. That feeling is unmistakable. And too often in this life, we all, because of fear of acting out or of some insecurity or some shyness even, we all too often just decide not to do anything. I think if we simply make a decision to let go of that, to let go of that little egoic voice that stops us from being exactly who we want to be, exactly who we know we are, who we really are, and in our full potential, in being as happy and as conducive to happiness in others' lives. That little voice, we have to learn how to not pay attention to it. I'm not going to venture to say to turn it off. Um, that's some deep work, but at least for now, to not pay attention to it, to know that it is only that part of ourselves that doubts. Um, and this is really all here for you. Terence McKenna, he says, you are the center of the mandala. You are the center of the mandala. Whether you see everything as being a creation of your own self, or being a reflection of yourself, or each of us being our own selves, either whatever way you like to look at everything, only you see life and experience life from your own perspective. You are the one around whom all experience circulates. So it is you, it is for you that everything happens. Um, this is an important point, especially in relationships, or not especially, it's an important point, especially all the time. But you're not going to be in a relationship at any point that is harmonious and can last and can continue to feed both participants a good amount of growth and happiness if, if both of you do not understand this. As you can tell, I like to digress as I explore what it is that I'm talking of, but I think I've spoken enough for now. Basically, you know when you should laugh, and you know when you should say something. Make people feel special. Don't hesitate. If you get some thought, any inclination, any sort of little jolt, like, oh, I should do this. This would make someone feel good, or this is happening. Something is offered to you, and you know that it's great for you and your life, and it can help you get to where you're going. Don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate. Live in love. Live in light. Let yourself be guided, because there is a guiding force. There is something moving all of us to something so amazing and so beautiful that it is completely unfathomable. So I've got my own little um, not interpretations, but I've got my own interpretation of glimpses that I've had, but that's for another time. Um, but this is for you, and everything is for you. Um, you know, I'm not saying to turn into some egotistical, proud, self-centered, self-loathing kind of consumptive monster, but everything is here and everything happens for you to learn, for you to grow. Um, and you have to realize that. And that does not come without the realization that it is the same for everyone else. So be kind, be gentle, be loving, and believe me, I'm nowhere near close to living this, at every single moment of my life. That is the ideal, but I can say this with real sincerity because I'm trying this in my own life, and I'm really putting all that I have into everything that I am. Um, so so with that, I guess I'm gonna come to a close. I spoke a little more than I'd like to, but I'm still under the time limit, I think. Um, so yeah, from one human being to another, um, from one walker of the earth to another. Thank you for sticking around for all these like 13 minutes or 12 minutes and 15 seconds. Um, and I, maybe I just blabbed for a little bit too long, but hopefully something of this will stick with you and really sincerely consider it. And until next time, peace be with you, my brethren.